Hello, losing weight, ripping wine, and again. Yeah, the review session. First, I'd like to talk about little other things here. First, this morning my weight was 97.5 kilograms. So the last week has been pretty good, actually, as a total. So that was well. Then I had to redo some things in this cabin I built. I built this cabin a couple, maybe 3 years ago, and it came out pretty well. What wasn't so good was the air conditioning. That I fixed in the beginning of this summer. I got a really overkill Daikin set with moisture control and everything. Since all my vinyls are here, I thought it was worth it. And as I used the cabin for training in, I wanted something with a good air cleaning system, so the smell doesn't stay in the cabin. And so far that has worked. So that was good. Then something happened around the time when I went back to when I borrowed my brother's records and incorporated them and went back to A. I noticed that it seemed that the record player was affected by the movements in the cabin. Not too strange, because I knew I couldn't touch this table here because the wall moved them and the record player, but I could jump on the floor and walk and run on the treadmill without any movements on the record players. But something happened around that time, and it started to affect when I was running on the treadmill, and this got progressively worse. So I had to re-rip some of the records. Maybe 30% of them or something like that in total. So that's a setback, but I can live with that. I have the rip I have, and I will, when I'm done all the records, I will return to those unless I feel I really need to have an important one ripped before that. But I don't think so. I'll return to them in time. So how do I solve that? Well, I'm hoping that I can incorporate some pictures in video later here, but so I can illustrate what I'm saying here now. I simply made a hole in the floor that I could do and still get concrete slabs into the ground beneath the floor. So I put two concrete slabs, 35 kilograms each. I built up the dirt around them and made them secure. I drilled 18 millimeters holes, about 11 centimeters deep, and used chemical concrete to bond the M16 rods to that, 4 of them, 2 per slab, and I rested a new table on that. I did cut in the isolation in the floor diagonally, so that I could reseat the insulation. And I cut bigger holes around the rods, so that part is still connected to the building, but they're not connected to the rods. So no part of the building has any connection to the record player's stable ground now. Then I mounted a false floor that has a movement about from 5 to 8 millimeters margin from the real floor. So it's an edge around that, and that mounted on the M16 rods level with the original floor, and the table on top of that. I'll hopefully slide through the pictures while I'm telling you this. And then I stabilized with some aluminium rods diagonally so that it couldn't twist or turn or anything. I'll make it a little better in time, but it's really stable. I can do anything in the cabin. Nothing happens with a record player now. So that's a relief. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Well, and then the reviews. It's a few of them this time because, well, I had some troubles, and it has been some exercise without dripping and so on. So this is for a week back or something. Well, a couple of Cher albums. Prisoner. I know why I bought this one. When this was just released, Cher was dating Gene Simmons, and at the time I was a little bit of a Kiss freak. So that's the reason. Then I bought Cher Love Hurts because she actually covered a Kiss song on that. So that was that reason. I even have one CD of Cher, but that was that when she used destroy the music industry with manipulating the voice. One of my brother's records, Chicago. This is not my favorite music. It has their biggest hit song on it. Don't remember what it's called now. Well, now I have it. And this next album is the last I ripped before I rebuilt the record player stand. And this was one cheap sellout album, Desmond Child, Discipline. I had no idea what it was, but it's irritating actually. It's competent musicians and competent singer, but it's the kind of religious music that I have a hard time with. Trying to be popular, but still catering for the very religious people. And I normally don't care about lyrics and stuff. I try to concentrate on the music, but albums like this and songs like these are very much based on the lyrics. So, well, that wasn't my favorite either. Now, one of my small favorites, actually, Jane Child, the first album. This showed a lot of promise. I really love the song "Hey Mr. Jones," and I really like the sound on it. It's like a harder Del Bello or something like that. I was really looking forward to her next album when I had listened to this one, but she kind of went another way than I had hoped with the later albums that I got on CD. So, well, but that one is good. Another small favorite artist, Tony Childs, his House of Hope. It's not the best album, but not her worst either. It's kind of light pop ballad, kind of, but with a very specific voice in singing, and I liked it enough to pay full price for it. And one of my brother's albums, China Crisis, Working with Fire and Steel. I kind of secretly like this one. It has one song that I liked when I was growing up, Animals in Jungles. It was my favorite on this album. I come back to that. Then, because of that, my brother's album, I bought this one, Flaunt the Imperfection. This is more bland. It sticks out a lot less. It sounds like China Crisis, but it doesn't have that edge at all that some songs could have with them. And because I didn't have the other album I bought on a sale, China Crisis Collection. This should be the very best of China Crisis. And none of my favorite songs from the earlier album, my brother's album, Working with Fire and Steel, is on this one. So I don't know who collected the very best, but I wouldn't have picked this collection because it was kind of, and this wasn't what I was started to train with today, and it's 30 minutes per side. So my workout session on the treadmill became 73 minutes or something. I kind of went with it, but really this is a bland and boring album. Working with Fire and Steel at least has something, but well. Then a very short album, Suzanne Ciani, The Velocity of Love. I got a number of Suzanne Ciani albums, and this one isn't my favorite. And this is kind of a little bit more of a classical approach to writing for her, and isn't bad, but it doesn't stick out or have anything special. It's not the album I would pick out and listen to if it was time to listen to her. Mostly her music comes when I just random play all my songs. So, but it's okay. And that was the albums. This became a long video. Hope you could stand it. Well, that was that for this time, and see you in a couple of days. Goodbye.